Good day guys, Victifreak here and welcome back to another drawing tutorial. And so today we will be drawing, as you can already tell by the thumbnail, entitled Trainer Red. And me personally, I've been wanting to do this for quite some time now. So we will be drawing Trainer Red. And now, which version of Trainer Red, you might be wondering? Well, I mean, other than the fact that you already know, because, you know, you saw the thumbnail, we will be drawing the official artwork of Red from Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So that's not the original Red from the original Gen 1 games. So let's get on to the tools that you will need today. So we will be drawing Red with color pencils today. So as usual, you'll need a pencil. This is a mechanical pencil I use, doesn't really matter what kind you use. An outliner, just a regular black outliner, razor. And here are the colors that you will need. Now I do have quite a lot of colors, and that's mainly just me nitpicking. But anyway, we have a red. So this red is kind of, it's not a very orangey red. It's more of, I guess, it's more just red, not orangey red, a bit pinkish red, I guess. And we also have a crimson, so that's a dark red. We have a grey and a black, just those two. And then we have a skin color. We have a purple, greyish, kind of light, kind of a very, it's almost like a grey with tinted purple, if that makes sense. So yeah, so there's a skin color and this purple. We also have a grayish blue color. This is darker. This gray is darker than the last gray that I showed you. So this is more of a blue, I guess. We also have two yellows. So this is just a very light yellow, and then we have a darker, a bit orangey yellow. And then we have a blue, so this is just a normal blue color, not dark or very light either. And then we have a different red. Again, this is basically me nitpicking. This one is more of a brighter, a bit orangey kind of red, which will be for the top of the Pokeball that he'll be tossing. Honestly, you really don't need these two different reds. You could just use the same one because the colors aren't really that different. Yeah, so that's basically it. And now we can move on to the drawing. So we won't be drawing the whole body. We are only going to be drawing about maybe a third of the top of his whole body. So we're going to have the head, and we're going to have a bit of like the half of his middle body, and his shoulders, and there's gonna be a little hand here, and he's gonna be tossing the Pokeball. So let's just get the relative shape. So we're gonna have a bit of a trapezium-like shape, and we're not gonna, by the way, we are not going to fill the whole page in. So we're gonna have this trapezium shape, trapezium, what's a trapezium? I don't know. Trapezium shape a bit more to the left than towards the right. So a bit more towards the left, instead of the middle. So then we're gonna have a very slightly tilted line going down. Oh, and again, we don't want to go all the way down, maybe just around here. And before I do this side, I'm just gonna draw a line in the middle. So this is gonna be separating the head and the shoulders, I guess. And we want to get the shape, we want to get the width about the same as the height, I guess. So, or not, we want to get, yeah, we want to get the width the same as the height. So maybe around here is where we want to stop. And then we'll have the hand just somewhere around here. Here we're just going to have half a circle. Draw a semicircle here, and then just draw a circle around here where his shoulder is. So just around where his shoulder is. Actually, maybe a little lower, because his shoulder, this is actually his neck here. His neck is about a third of the bottom square. Yeah, something like that. So the Pokeball is actually a little smaller and a little lower. So just around aligned with the shoulder. So it should be around here. We'll just draw it a little smaller as well. Now let's see, what do we want to start off with? Maybe we'll do the head. So as of course Red is wearing a hat. Incredible, yes, I know. So there's gonna be a line around the middle here of the head, so that will separate the hat and the actual face, and then we can start drawing the relative shape. So let's just draw a line here actually to show which way he's facing. So he's facing towards the left a little bit, not too much. So around here, the tip of the line, we're just gonna go diagonally down. So this is his hat. And we don't want to go all the way to the tip or to the edge of the square. Just gonna go down. And actually go down a little more. The hat is actually quite big. About the same amount of tilt, except it goes a little lower because this line is slightly longer. And again, not to the edge, around there maybe. And then it's gonna go up, and down where the line is. And here, just curve back, and so it's a little more straight as we go down. And then let's just have the hat. I don't remember what you call this part. The visor? No, that's not a hat. That's like the hat without the top bit. I'm not sure what you call this part of a hat. The part that gives you the shade. Let's just call it that. So just here, something like that. Seems about right. Make this a little more vertical, shall we? Yeah, his hat is actually a little taller. Okay, let's see if we can fix it up then. I guess we might just have to make everything slightly more narrow then, I guess. So we'll shorten up a bit of everything. So instead of making it taller, we'll just make it less wide. Okay, something like that. That looks a little better. And then we'll have the face. So very sharp edges, by the way, on his face. And we're gonna have the hair here, but we'll draw this shape anyway. So this side is gonna be more curved because he's facing this way slightly to the left. So it's gonna be more curved because we're also gonna have the ear here. I should probably draw it a little lighter, but whatever. It's a little hard to draw lightly with these mechanical pencils because they're so sharp all the time. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna have the hair. With the hair just around here. It's gonna go down. This is gonna be hiding the ear a little bit. Okay, and there's gonna be the ear right here. And we'll just slightly rub out the line that goes down his face as well. Not completely though, because it's gonna come in handy later when we draw the face, which we won't do at the moment. Okay, you know what, let's just draw the half donut on his hat. And it will be helpful to draw in the shape of the hat as well. So just draw this in. This is gonna separate the lighter and darker part of the hat as well. So around here, it's just gonna have the donut. That's looking good, very good. And let's see, we'll move on to the neck. So before we do the body, let's just draw in. So there's gonna be the collar around his neck. So for that, we'll just draw almost a triangular shape, kind of, I guess. And it's just gonna go down to the bottom. Although around here, it will stop getting narrow because it's where you zip up the jacket. Something like that. That's all we need for now. No details needed. And we'll have the shoulder round, maybe around here. And it's gonna be wider than the tip of his hair, so maybe, yeah, just like we did with the line here. Curve in and out. And we'll do the same here. So make this curve up a bit more. Do the same on this side, except start a little bit lower because it's a bit hidden. A bit of his shoulders hidden from the collar. And here, it won't be as wide. It will be wider than the hat still. Oh, forgot to put in the hair actually, let's do that first. Just 2 spikes here. Up the ear there. Okay. And so, the shoulder here isn't going to be as wide because it's hidden and he's facing the left a little bit. Now let's draw on the collar. So just rub this out all very lightly. Also, I'm gonna get a tissue so I stop smudging on the page because that's very annoying. Alright, got the tissue, fold it up, I'll have it here. So let's see. Around here we'll have the collar. Get that image back in. We'll have the collar. It goes out pretty wide. It goes out further than the tip of the edge of his face there. And just curve in all the way to around the center of the bottom square. Something like that, the center of the bottom square. Also, it's good to have a line that shows the very middle of this jacket like that. Okay, do the same on this side. And before we curve down, I'm just gonna show the proper 3D shape here. So here, just go straight down, don't really curve until we get to this part, and then just go straight down, maybe a bit of a curve. Pop this out, and do the same here, just curve, make a bit of a wavy kind of shape, kind of curve in and out and meet at this point here. And then we're gonna have a line, again curvy, pretty much the same as this line here, and there's gonna be another one equal to the other two here. Alright, and we'll just show the inside here. So we're gonna have his neck now. Yes, what? I don't know what I'm saying. Make this a little taller. We're gonna have his neck around here. And on this side, a little more towards the center, we're gonna have the neck again. Curve. And it just goes straight into this line. I'm gonna have a little shirt. It's looking pretty good. And now let's see. Actually, I think I just might want to make his face a little more narrow. Just make this line a little more diagonal. Something like that, maybe. Okay, so next, let's see. Do his shoulders. So here is gonna be the bag strap. It's gonna be a little taller than his shoulder, of course. And it's gonna get slightly narrow as we go down. And here, we're gonna have the VS Seeker, which is an item, very handy dandy item that was introduced in Fire Red Leaf Green, that lets you, it will tell you if NPCs around the area will fight you or not. Actually, it's a little lower than that. And in here, inside the VS Seeker, there's gonna be another triangular shape. And inside it, there's gonna be an oval and a line going through it. And just put 2 lines up here as well. And then 2 in between. And that's it with the VS Seeker. So also make sure not to draw the line at the bottom. When we outline, I'm not going to draw a line at the bottom. We're just going to go straight down and stop there. Same with the coloring in. We might do a bit of blending into the white page. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Basically just winging it, just doing it as it goes, just going with the flow, you know. And I'm just gonna make this lean a little more. Okay, and then we'll have the shoulder. We'll do this side as well, so there's gonna be another bag strap. Here there's nothing on it, it's just plain yellow bag strap. Again, rub it out because it's a little higher. And it gets slightly narrower as we go down. Just like that. And then we got the shoulder. It's going to be showing less, of course. And it's just a little line here. And wow, we are doing very well on this because we have not spent much time. Wow, only 23 minutes and we've already gone this far. That's great. Very nice. Let's keep on going. Let's maintain this good time, and Tony Chopper over here has fallen over. Just put him upright again. And let's make his neck a little shorter because that is oddly long. And it should not be that long. It's very abnormal. Okay. Something like that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And now let's move on to his face. Actually, no, before we move on to his face, let's do his hands. So, we're only going to show 3 fingers here, just 3. So, just draw 4 lines. No, why did I draw 4? We only need 3. Wait, no, what am I talking about? There's 1 finger there. And then, yeah, we'll just 4 lines. I'm not sure what I was saying there or doing. Okay, so we're just gonna have his fingers, so draw that in. If you've been following me on Twitter, you'd know that I do not like drawing hands. And so yeah, fine, I admit it, I purposely decided to draw the higher part of his body just because I didn't want to draw his hands, because Jesus Christ, I hate drawing hands so much. By the way, follow me on Twitter, links in the description. Yeah, shameless plugs out of 10. I don't like drawing hands. I just don't. It's the most difficult thing. Okay, maybe feet are the most difficult thing, but you rarely draw feet because, you know, a lot of the time they're shoes. But, you know, even if a person is wearing gloves, it doesn't really change the difficulty of drawing hands. So, yeah, I don't like drawing hands. His fingers might be oddly thick. Are they a little thick? Yeah, they're totally a little thick actually. Yeah, they're very weirdly thick. Let's make them a little thinner. Yeah, It doesn't look great. I already told you. I don't like drawing hands. Okay, let's just do the Pokeball very quickly. Let's try to get a nice circle. Okay, and the Pokeball is gonna be facing a little bit towards the right and a little up. So draw another circle. It's a bit more of an oval actually. And I did not explain what a Pokeball looks like, because I'm sure all of you watching this know what a Pokeball is and what it looks like. So we've done that, and now we can move on to the face. Still making good time, only been about 30 minutes. That's very nice. And we'll have the eye. So for the eye, for now, just make an oval. So we'll just have an oval here. God, that looks super creepy. Okay, so we'll start with this one. So this one is slightly hidden by the cap. And we're gonna have an eyebrow here, thicker than this part, by the way. And it's just gonna go up, and you can see a little bit coming out here, very small bit. We're just gonna have a little over here, so this is gonna be the light. Draw it very lightly, because we aren't gonna outline it. And just draw an oval inside. And make sure not to go over where we just drew in the very light oval. That's gonna be the light. Alright, that's looking good. And on this side, first we're gonna draw the eyebrow. It looks a little different on this side actually, because the eyebrow is a little... we'll put the eyebrow a little closer. So that's it with the eye. Try to keep it as level as possible, although the eyebrow does go a little lower than this side. And now we're just gonna have a nose, so that's just a little line around here. I'm gonna have the mouth. Come back here, image. It's around here. Bit of a frown. Something like that. Looks pretty good. And yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. I think I'm just gonna make the neck a little more short. I think that's pretty much it. I think it is it with the pencil. Okay, that was pretty fast, wasn't it? 37 minutes. Easy. Okay then. Well, we'll just move any of these little raised bits out. And we'll take out the lines that's around. Also, be sure to rub out any lines that we do not need. So that would be stuff like this line. We don't need this either. And once you've finished rubbing out everything you don't need, rub all the lines out very lightly so that it's definitely lighter but still visible for you to outline. We are just doing that so that we can distinguish what we've already outlined, what we haven't, once we do start to outline. Okay, so as you can see, I rubbed everything out very lightly with the rubber, and yeah, there were some smudges here and there because obviously the rubber gets pretty dark with all the lead on it. Well, yeah, so there are a few smudges here and there that I can't really get off, like here. I'm pretty sure you can see that. But otherwise, yeah, there's no really big problems at all, so we can just move on to the outliner now. So basically we want to outline everything except for the light oval that we drew that we can't even see anymore, and which means we have to make sure that when we outline the eye, we don't do a whole oval and we leave a bit of like part of the oval there out. Otherwise, yeah, everything can be outlined, and once I finish outlining, I'm just gonna let everything sit and dry, and then once it's dry, I'll rub everything out. Also, one little thing as well, don't fill in the eye. Also, don't fill in the line of the Pokeball here, that black part, with the outliner just yet, because once we do that and we need to rub out the pencil and we go over that, it's gonna take a long time for it to dry because it's gonna be very thick, because we're gonna be outlining a lot in that part. So don't fill anything in with this just yet, only outlining. Okay, so I just finished outlining and I forgot to draw this part in, the hair. I just drew that with the outliner straight away. And also, I made a bit of a mistake here with the hat. So, I did use some whiteout to cover it. I personally don't really like whiteout to hide things. The only time I really like to use whiteout is for lighting, to make those nice white light areas. Otherwise, I don't really like to use whiteout. Speaking of whiteout, I think we might use it later. In fact, you know what? I have a better idea. We're gonna use if you have whiteout, then we're gonna fill in. It's gonna make this eye a complete oval, and we're gonna use whiteout and just go over the eye to make the light part. And if you don't have a whiteout, then you can keep it as it just was. And we can also use whiteout to make the light part on the Pokeball, so yeah, why not? Also, it might be a little hard to draw over the part with the whiteout. The color might not be as equal as the rest, but this is more about you guys. I'm doing this to show you the steps, so it doesn't really matter if I mess up as long as you guys know how to do it. So yeah, now I'm just gonna let this dry for a little, and once it has dried, maybe like 5 minutes, a little less, because it's already been sitting there for a while, then I will rub all the pencil out in the area, and then we can start coloring in. Okay, I rubbed out all the pencil, and the part where I went over the whiteout, obviously the outline doesn't get soaked in to the paper, so it just rubs off. So that was a bit of a problem, so I'm just gonna draw that back in. And since we won't be rubbing out anything anymore, I think it should be fine. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. Also, I totally forgot that I wasn't meant to fill in the eyes. Although I remembered not to fill in this part. For some reason I filled in the eyes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was very close to making a smudge there. So I was being very careful. So yeah, now we can start coloring in. So let's see, what should we start off with? First of all, let's do the hat then. We'll do the red parts. So with the red parts, we're gonna need the first red that I showed you. Oh, actually, by the way, I forgot to mention this at the start of the video because I only just realized that this would work. Because I was thinking of doing the hair just with using the gray and black. So that would mean he would have just black hair, but his hair is a bit like, his hair and the eyes have a bit of I cannot speak today. His hair has a bit of a browny tint to it, including his eyes as well actually. So I would just go over, no, it wouldn't be over. I would go very lightly with the brown first, and then I would go over with the gray and the black to give it the dark, the grayish color with a tint of brown to it. So yeah, I forgot to mention that at the start, so I'm sorry about that. But now we're just gonna move on with the red. So this is not the Pokeball. The Pokeball will be with the other red. So this is gonna be this part of the hat as well as the jacket a bit. So there's gonna be a light and darker part of the hat, so we'll just draw that in with the red. So there's gonna be a line that goes through the middle around here, and there's gonna be another line here, and it just meets at the little corner. So basically this is going to be light, very light, using the red. These two parts are just going to be filled in normally using this red, and this area is going to be filled in with a crimson. So also there's going to be crimson here. So inside this area, this part would just be filled in normally with a red, and here it's going to be filled in normally with this red, and here it's going to be really light. So that's it with the red, and then we'll later move on to a different color. Or maybe we'll just do the Pokeball red, because that's like nothing to do, and it's also red. So just get the more orangey red, and fill it in with this, or maybe you just have one red. I'm just nitpicking, so I have two colors. But yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll move on to a different color. Okay, we finished with the red, and I'm just gonna fill in this area because I forgot to do that before. And I'm also having a bit of trouble drawing over the part where I outlined, because it's just scraping off the outliner, so I can't really draw over it, so that's a bit of a problem. So I need to figure something out because it doesn't look very good at the moment. I need to think of something I can do. Hopefully you guys didn't have that same problem as I did, so you guys will be fine. I'll just figure something out to make it look a little better, I guess. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Alright, so next we'll move on to the white. I'm just putting away my topic markers. So next we'll move on to the grey and white. Not the hair though, we'll do the hair later. So we're just gonna need the normal grey, that's all. Just gonna get this. And we're just gonna put in some shading, so that's the right side of this. Same goes for here, right side, a bit at the bottom as well. The inside here, gonna keep some light on the edge here though. Same on this side as well, keep some light on the edge. Although we'll stop here with shading. We'll also need a bit down here at the bottom of the oval here. I'm gonna use a bit, actually yeah, we're gonna fill in this little square there, and the bottom of the Pokeball a bit. And then we'll decide, well, actually no, we need to do a bit inside the eyes actually, so just a bit of shading here. And then that will be it with the grey, and then I think we'll move on to the hair. Okay, that's it with the grey. Now we'll do the hair. So with the hair, first I'm just gonna use this brown, this dark grayish brown color very lightly, and just fill in the hair. And then I'll just go over with the grey, and then I'll use the black if I need to darken any parts, and I'll do the same with the eye. And then you know what, I'll do the blue. So with the blue, because there's not much to do, we'll just fill in this thing, and it's gonna be pretty light at the top, so just press lightly for that, and then we'll decide what to do later on. Okay, so we finished with the hair, the eyes, and, well, almost the VSC car. We just gotta put a bit of black in there. So, you know what, let's just do that now. Okay, and so now, maybe we'll do the face last, because there's gonna be quite a lot to do for that. So, let's just finish the jacket. So actually no, the jacket and the back strap. So that's gonna be yellow and the gray. So as in the gray, I mean the bluish gray, the one that we haven't used yet. So that's just gonna be light. I'm using this one pencil and going light and dark for the shaded and lighter areas. And with the yellow, it's just gonna be these two yellows, so the light yellow, the creamy yellow, and the darker kind of orangey yellow, which will be for the shaded areas. So shaded areas for this will just be around in here, around the bottom here, and the rest will be with the light yellow. And with this, darker parts will include, actually let's just, so the darker parts will include areas in here, a bit in here, and the bottom here, and the rest will be colored in fairly lightly. And then, oh, forgot, we're also doing the shirt inside, so this is with the bluish gray. With this one, it's basically just all dark because it's inside. There's gonna be a bit of light here, but yeah, that's everything with these colors. And then we're gonna move on to the skin color, and then we'll be done. Okay, now we can move on to the skin color. So this is probably going to be the most difficult. So for that, we have two colors, and that is the skin color and the light purple with a bit of a grayish tint to it. So, excuse me. We are going to fill everything in with the skin color first. And then we're basically just gonna make some darker parts. It's gonna be mostly on the right side of his face, or the right side to us. And it's gonna be a bit of a light area here, so that means we're just gonna leave that. So yeah, fill everything in with this really lightly, and then press hard for the shaded bits. And then once again, oh yeah, no, before that, it's also gonna be pressed down hard underneath his hat, around here. And later, once we finish that, then we're gonna use this and make even darker patches. So that's mostly underneath his hat here, a bit inside the ear, and the ear behind here. Very lightly though, because we don't want to press too hard. And also, oh yeah, the neck. So with the neck, we're just gonna fill in with the skin color and then just go over with this. And there's gonna be a bit of a lighter part here, just inside this area. And so that probably means we won't use that for that little area there. And with the hand, we just go with the skin color and just press down, and that's pretty much it. And once we finish that, we can use the whiteout, and if you don't have a whiteout, then you're done. So let's get on with it. Okay, so we're done with pretty much everything. Now all I have to do is get the white out. Just gonna get a bit, not much. Just put a little dot here. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try this kind of whiteout. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, we're done. Alright, so I'll just write here. Alright, so that's it. So be sure to hit that like button down below if you enjoyed this video, and tell me, how did your drawing of Trainer Red go? That is, if you drew along with me. And be sure to subscribe if you like to keep up to date to my future videos, and also you can comment down below if there are any Pokemon that you like me, or it doesn't have to be Pokemon, it could be characters, I guess, like in this case, or yeah, if you have any suggestions on what you'd like me to draw in future videos, so you can just comment down below. And as usual, I will see all of you beautiful people next time.